Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for support if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. It is September 13th, 2024, Friday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Let's put 10 minutes on the clock and let's talk about LUNC really quickly. And hope you guys enjoy your day. Prayers to Tua and his family. Bad concussion yesterday. I don't know what he's gonna have to do. He's gonna have to make a decision, a life decision here on if he's gonna continue to play in the NFL or is he gonna have to retire. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's just too many concussions. And so yeah, I guess we'll see how it plays out. But in the meantime, maybe rumors of Tom Brady coming out of retirement to replace him. Tom Brady's like, what the freak, dude? I'm like 47 out this, you know what I mean? So I don't know, that would be crazy. Can you imagine Tom Brady coming out of retirement at 47 or 46, 47 years old? Or whatever age he is, and trying to play for them, trying to throw balls to Miami Dolphins receivers. That's crazy. Anyways, 4085 here for LUNC. We're up almost 3% today, 2.77. The market's up 2.62% as we continue to buy the rumors, sell the news for the historic rate cut next week. Next week's going to be a time where you're going to be able to make a lot of money next week. The markets are going to be very volatile next week as we pump up for the rate cuts and then probably sell the news on the rate cut, and we might have a surprise short squeeze as well on that day as we dump the market and then billionaires step in there and buy the markets and force a short squeeze. We could have that scenario as well, or we could have the scenario that most of us think we're going to have, which is that we're going to sell the rumors and we're going to see a massive dump back down, and Bitcoin could challenge that 45,000 to $50,000 area, and that's where we would step in on Margex. If you don't have a Margex account, you want to fund it now, get them links in the description. Get your Margex account ready to go for next week. Fund it and get ready to go because I got some orders. I'm gonna have orders in down at those prices. I'm going to short Bitcoin from the top if we continue to pump into 60,000 plus, and then hopefully we hit around that 44, 45 to 50,000 area, and we go long from there and into October, and then October we just absolutely start to take off into the elections. Of course, the elections will play a part of it. Of course, we're taking off believing a Trump presidency, but if something happens and Kamala wins, expect the markets to crash, right? So I would get out of I'm going to get out of my position immediately if Kamala wins for some strange reason, because we all have Trump winning, but if Kamala wins for some strange reason, like what happened last time, right? Cheating and all the other things that they can do, I will be out of my positions quickly, and I'm going to go heavily short the markets. All right. I know that most of the elites are going to be dumping stocks and cryptos. I will still be in stocks and cryptos. I will just be on the short side, right? So I will be in the four stocks. On Patreon, we know what those are, and those are safe havens when the markets crash. And I will be shorting the markets on cryptos on Margex, right? So that's what I will still be in stocks and cryptos. I would just be on the short side, right? So a lot of people will be getting out completely. I will be on the short side, and so we'll be making money hand over fist on the short side just in case Kamala does win. Okay, but we believe Trump's gonna win, and so we're just sticking with that scenario right now. Okay. Let's go here. So we got 4085, 400, almost 500 million market cap. Maybe this weekend we're going to go back over that $500 million market cap. And we want to see TFL continuing to burn more tokens here and continue to reduce the supply of 5.7 trillion in circulation here. So the volume has been really, really low. We got to get the volume up though. All right, and here's a year look here. We still haven't broken out completely here of this downward trend, so still waiting on that. LUNC USTC here up to almost 3%, 100 million market cap back at it again. Volumes at 8 million. Okay, so and then here's circulating supply continuing to come down, 5.8 billion. Once we get under 5 billion tokens, we are going to absolutely start to take the roof off this thing. I think people will believe once we get into the fours, people are going to believe like they've never believed before that we can repeg or we can. Speaking of repeg, Vegas has this repeg plan out, and we'll talk about that here in a second. Um, Terra 2.0, Terra Luna 2.0 here, 278 million market cap, 40 cents. And it does look like it wants to run. It went to 42 today. It looks like it wants to run to a dollar here. So I wouldn't be surprised if this thing just took off this weekend to next week until the 18th. So we got 5 days left. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing just took off here, right? It does look like it wants to run. Doesn't mean it will, but man, it does look like it wants to go here. That's a nice W here. Well, like, but anyways, nice double bottom here. It looks like it wants to run at least up to 60 cents, 60, 65 cents. I don't know. We'll see how this one plays out over the weekend and into the rate cut. All right, I'm back. Okay, so let's go to Vegas and let's see what Vegas is doing here. And so here is Vegas as the ultimate plan for USTC Repeg, safely reactivating the market module and entails making the following adjustments. Okay, now of course, if you click on it, you'll get to read all of it. I'm not going to read all of this because I don't want a systematic repeg. I don't want a repeg based on market module. I don't want we all we want is a buying pressure repeg. We don't want an actual repeg, right, to a dollar where it sits there by market modules and that can be that can have be destroyed and then minting trillions of tokens and again, right? So I don't want that. We don't want that scenario. We don't want um a market module. We don't want systematic $1 repeg. We want buying pressure free flowing repeg, right? And doesn't need to be at a dollar. USTC is its own token. Let it just free flow. We just don't want 30 cents. It can go 30 cents. It can go up to $2. 75 cents, wherever it wants to, the community wants to take it, right? We want a free flowing repay. We don't want a systematic market module $1 peg that is being held. We don't want that, right? So it didn't work last time, and and this community has a lot of enemies, so it won't work. It won't work this next time. You know what I mean? So we want what God told us: a free flowing peg with buying pressure. That's what we want, right? So and so anyways, so I'm not a fan of this at all. I'm a fan of Vegas making this proposal or making this plan because it tells us that there are some validators that actually can actually write something up and put a plan out there. You know what I mean? I'm just not a fan of the market module plan. I want the free flowing buying pressure, reducing the supply by burning and then buying pressure plan. I want that. I like that plan better, the free flowing, so we don't have to even worry about man, is somebody going to come in and destroy the peg, right? So it's just a free flowing, just like it's doing right now. It's free flowing at under 2 cents, right? And that's because the validators continue to sell it every day and putting pressure on it to keep it under 2 cents. But if they stop selling, it would go to 10, 15, 20 cents, and then it will circulate there, right? Um, and so it's a free flowing, but there is people putting pressure on it at times, but it's still free flowing. Then this one being stuck at a price and then having to hold that price with market modules and all types of systematic things is just too much stress on the community, and it just doesn't. It just we have too many enemies to do that as well, in my opinion. All right. So you guys can see here it says the burn fee of 20% and then allocate 20% for the Oracle pool and then designate the remaining 60% to a pool for buyback programs to reinforce the peg. All right. Now, think about this. I mean, isn't that almost the same thing I've been talking about for over a year now? And how we have a community pool that's gaining and that we could increase at any moment. I mean, think about how much time we've wasted when we have a community pool that we could literally put out a proposal today and say increase the community pool from point one whatever it is point zero. How much? What's the community pool? I don't even know, because right now we have a point five burn tax, right? So the community pool is 0.15 or something like that. I don't know, something like that, right? So increase the community pool, double the community pool, right? Or triple the community pool's allocations of the burn tax. So instead of 0.15, the community pool is getting zero point 0.4, you know, zero point 0.5, right? And then we increase, that means we increase the burn tax, right? As well, right? So, but the community pool is getting like zero point 0.5 or 1% is going into the community pool, right? So we do a proposal where the community pool gets 1% of transaction, and that will be used to then go into the community pool, and then we take that money and we start buying every week on a Friday or Saturday. We allocate 1% of that to buying back and burning USTC for repay purposes. I mean, this is so easy. It doesn't take a genius to understand this, right? If we really wanted to repay, but we have validators that don't want to repay, so stuff like that is so easy to understand that we should have done a long time ago. We don't get any mentions of these things. And then when we mention these things, they die because nobody actually wants to repay, and nobody actually wants this community to thrive. Only a handful of people. Everybody else is here just to earn rewards and just let the whole thing die and drain out, right? So that's why we don't see stuff like this happening. Why is the community pool only receiving 1.5, right, or 0.15? Why can't the community pool receive 1% of all transactions, and so that we can then take our 1% of it every Friday or Saturday and buy back USCC and repay? What is the problem? Why can't we repeg as a community when we have all this money coming in the community pool, Oracle bonds, and we can't repeg USTC? It's almost been 3 years. It's ridiculous, right? I mean, it's unbelievable. Like all we need is buying pressure that unfortunately most validators don't want to give us because they're actually against the chain, right? And that's the problem with the community, right? It's the validators are against the chain secretly, and they don't want to be exposed by that, right? So they pretend to care about USTC repeg, but they actually don't have a plan for it because they don't actually care about the chain. They just want everything to stay status quo, just get my rewards, shut up, and then let the community just die off, and then they'll move on to something else, right? And that's the problem, right? You got a community pool that's growing, and we can't even use it to repeg USTC. Why not? We paid off scammers, but we can't use it to repeg USTC. You see what I'm talking about? We literally used the community pool to pay off scammers for 2 years. People making bogus proposals and getting paid, right, on things that we could have done for free on the blockchain. They were getting paid 40,000, 60,000, $70,000 for stuff that All Notes was doing for free, right? Or other projects that they were doing, right? And pretending to want to repeg USTC. We had that group of people come in. They got paid $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, and yet we can't take money from the community pool to repeg USTC so that the community repegs or has USTC at 40, 50 cents, and LUNC's burning billions of dollars of tokens a day, and LUNC's heading to the pennies and dollars, and people are worth 100 million to 3, 4, $5 billion. That's a no way, no how. But giving money to scammers and people who wasted our times is okay. You see them. This is the community that we're talking about, right? And it's so backwards. It's so like people have literally wasted time, and they complain about a wealth transfer, and yet everything they're doing is backwards, and they're talking about a wealth transfer. They don't even know economics, and they're talking about a wealth transfer. Where's my wealth transfer? Dog, you just voted to remint Binance's tokens that they burned for us. Like, are you like this is the stupidity we're talking about, right? And so we're seeing it again here where it's like, dog, we don't need a module. We don't need a systematic repay. We just need it to go up, right? With buying pressure. And that is going to burn billions of LUNC tokens and run LUNC and Luna 2.0 up into the pennies and dollars, right? And so we just saw it last year. We got a glimpse of it last year in October when USTC was at 8 to 10 cents. The whole world was talking about us, and the burns were up. Everything was the community was thriving. The burns was up. The staking rewards were up. Everything goes up if USTC rises. The validators know that. That's why they're dumping it more and more and more. And some of them are even swapping out of LUNC to USTC and then dumping it even more that way, right? To keep it under that 2 cents, keep it from rising, right? So this is the problem that we're having, right? Because remember when USTC skyrocketed last October to 10 cents, most of the validators were quiet. They were actually secretly angry and upset that USTC was rising. They got hammered in their short position because they were secretly shorting and naked shorting USTC. That's why they weren't celebrating last year. So it was supposed to be a 10-minute video. Now I'm gone crazy because of freaking Vegas here. And I'm not mad at Vegas for putting the proposal and plan out because I think it's a good thing that he at least putting something out. I'm just it's just crazy that we can sit here for almost 3 years and we have a community pool that we gave to scammers, but we can't use it to repeg USTC and create and burn USTC. We can't use the community pool that we gave to scammers and people to waste our money in the community, but we can't use it to repeg USTC in the last 3 years. It makes, I mean, this is the stupidity I'm talking about, and people love to waste time. And next year, I have already declared next year I'm not wasting any more time. Anybody and any community and any project that want to waste people's times, I'm not talking about next year. All right. I'm not talking about you next week. We can trade you on Patreon. That's fine. We'll trade you up and down, whatever, and we'll make money trading you. Well, I'm not talking about any community next year that wants to waste people's time. Any community that wants to waste people's time, any project that wants to waste people, I'm not going to talk about you next year. Right? This was a year of patience. We've had to bite our tongue a lot this year and have patience. But next year, I'm not talking about any of this stuff next year. If the community wants to be this dumb, I'm not talking. I'm not going to waste my time. Right? And because it should piss you off the way it pisses me off. 3 years or 2.5 years, whatever it's been. Right? And yet we can do stupid things, but we can't do good things. Good things are not allowed in this community. Only stupid things. Reminting Binance's token that they burn and paying people to do things that we can do free on the blockchain. Paying people to observe the peg of USTC, and they never did anything except for just give us weekly updates. And you're paying them $25,000 that you could have just used to buy back and burn USTC on your own. I mean, stupidity, right? And so I've had enough of it, and I'm not going to tolerate it next year. I'm not going to speak and do videos on communities, coins, or people that want to waste time. All right. I'm going to be all about action next year. It's all about actions next year. All right. And I'm hoping that's the same for you. And I'm hoping that you are tired of this foolishness and you're ready for action. All right. So when next year hits, I'm all about action. I don't care if loyalty's out the window for these communities because they're not loyal to us. Why are we loyal to people that are not loyal to us? Right. So loyalty's out of the window next year, and and I'm gonna be on just action. Next year is the year of action. Next year is the year of action. Say it with me. Next year is the year of action. And that's what we're going to do. All right. We're not going to sit around and fiddle our thumbs because God is probably looking at us like, you guys are better than this, man. I gave you the power. I've given you the power of sound mind and togetherness. Put your buying power together and do your thing. Don't sit up here and get old and waste and say, God, what happened? Why do you take so long? You have the power right now. You know what I mean? And so this year's the year of patience. Next year we're gonna take action. All right. Um, as you guys can see, we talked about this yesterday. Actually, this is new. These are new. So this is and speaking of taking action, one validator that has been taking action recently and has a new sense of urgency in his belly, and that's probably because of all the things that he can probably see coming in the future, especially for his country in Europe, and his countries over there. I mean, he needs to get out of there. You know what I mean? But Happy Caddy Crypto uh, has uh, has burn proposals up of 729 million USTC and another burn of 46 million USTC. And so let's get that let's get that going. Let's get that out and let's get that burn. You know what I mean? That's almost 800 million USTC. That's gonna put us under that 5 billion into the fours, and that's really gonna get us going. It's time for action, folks. We don't even have to wait till 2025. It's time for action now. And we have a validator, Happy Caddy Crypto, that's doing that. We have a validator in Brad in the Burn It All validator that's doing that. Going to be burning USTC today. And we're getting our ENU airdrops. We're getting our XLM and XLM token airdrops. CEO just did the testing last night, okay, for me and Brad, and it worked perfectly. We went in there, we hit enable tokens and stuff. So that's coming for everybody else. And so we're doing it, guys. And then we're also talking about Sheena ENU airdrops as well. We're going to try to figure that out as well. But anyways, lots is coming. We're going to take action. We're going to get the community wealthy, and we're not going to play around with this stupidity any longer. All right. So that's our pledge to you guys in 2025. But we can start right now. We don't have to wait. Right. So shout out to Happy Caddy Crypto for going through the blockchain and wanting to get these burns done, not waiting for TFL, not waiting for the community to just sit back in a bull cycle that might never happen. You know what I mean? And get these things done ourselves. All right. All right. So here is the voting proposals are out now. Correction of the maximum validators to 110 is out. I'm not sure what happened with that one. And then we got to establish a LUNC maintenance and review team. That one has a long way to go. And then we have improved security. That one still hasn't reached a threshold yet. Still has 3 days left. And then integrate rule sets and secure and inclusive L1 development team still hasn't got to a threshold yet. 2 days left, and then the upgrade of V3.1.5 is passing. All right, so let's quickly go here and wrap up the video. I'm fired up. Let's go, guys and girls. We have a chance to really change generations and lives here. Let's get it done. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. All right, so 15.41% here as we have staking ratio is hitting about looks like all-time highs here for staking. Wow, nice. Okay, Oracle Pool is continuing to go down. It looks like it's accelerating a little bit here on the LUNC side, but yeah, coming up on 100 billion community pool to the upside as well. Like I said before, we've used the community pool to pay scammers, but we can't use the community pool to repeg USTC and reduce the supply. This is a perfect time to do it now. It's a perfect time to do it now. It's a perfect time to start using the community pool at least 1% a week to buy back and burn USTC and buy back and burn LUNC right now while we have the burn mechanism going, while we have the burn theme going, while everybody's passionate about burns, and why TFL is burning tokens, and now we're about to burn another almost 800 million USTC. This is the perfect time to start using the community pool at least 1% a week to buy back and burn USTC to repeg to get that buying power, buying pressure repeg that we're looking for. 1.5 billion in stake tokens there, and then we have some people burning a LUNC there, nice. And then we have auto stake 820 million added, and we have coinage XDAIC lost 97 million. Okay, and then let's check out the jail. Okay, 8 Moon is back in jail again for the 900th time. And then we have KK Valley continue to miss thousands, 2.5%. Porn Fan Club missed 4,000. Moon Station missed 3,000 plus, and the rest of the validators, 30 validators missed signatures in the last 24 hours. Okay, so interesting names there though. I don't approve of the 2.5% porn fan club. Like that's an interesting name. We'll just keep it like that. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so here is the top 10 validators. They're not missing signatures, so that's good. Everybody's remaining the same. I still believe that we're going to see a big change by the time we hit the elections, or literally right after the elections. I think by that time we're going to have some big changes here in the validators. But until then, we'll see how this all plays out. Let's take action, folks. We don't have to wait to 2025. It is the year of action. It is the year of things coming to an end, and of course that means 2026 is the year of new beginnings. But 2025, we're going to take action. 2024 until 2025, we're also going to take action, and Happy Caddy Crypto's leading the way with the burn mechanism now, and trying to get this thing repegged in the year 2024. And let's go. Let's follow the lead of getting USTC burned all the way down to 1 billion, and getting this thing back up to $1, or 80 cents, or whatever the price needs to be, so that LUNC can be back in the pennies and dollars, so that when they do crash the system and all these things, at least we have some. At least we're prospering in LUNC, and they can't tell us nothing because we burned all the supply, and now that everybody wants the token, and there's nothing available, and so demand is high and supply is low. That's going to be a key, right? It's going to be a key. Reduce the supply so that once we run up, everybody, the whole world wants Luna Classic, and wants to buy Luna 2.0 and Luna Classic, and there's nothing available, and that means that we are we have tokens that are very, very valuable, right? And we're still staking as well, all the way to the top, right? We stake all the way up to $100, or whatever you feel comfortable with getting out. But it's a win-win situation for you and your family. Peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.